Good day, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending on what time you'll be tuned into this show. Today I want to introduce to you a giant, a pioneer, someone that I personally look up to, and I'd like to believe that most of the people in the world look up to him. Now, it's not me that was doing an interview with this gentleman. What happened is we were actually on the 31st of May, we were at Nkuna Kraal launching his mall. He was opening his mall. It's actually building an entire city, but we're just on phase 2 of the entire city, which is a mall. Now, I recorded his speech actually for personal use. Now, I showed it to a friend of mine and he liked that. You know what, a lot of people would like to learn from Mr. Nkuna. As we all know that Mr. Nkuna is actually someone that's media shy, actually declines most of the interviews. Many people would like to hear Mr. Nkuna speak, but never had the opportunity to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload this speech for you so that you can watch. But just before you watch this speech, I just want to introduce to you who exactly is Mr. or rather Dr. Mike Nkuna. I'd like to read his profile. I actually won't read his entire profile because I'll actually spend the entire day and I don't want to bore you with my reading and my talking. I actually want you to dive right into his talk. Now, Dr. Mike Nkuna is the executive chairman and founder of Masingita Property Investment Holdings, a property developer. Now, when I say developer, there's a lot of developers around town, but I actually want you to understand the magnitude of the man that you'll be listening to right now and read to you or give you a list of some of the malls that he owns. Right? Number 1, Masingita Shopping Center in Giyani. Number 2, Aeroton Convenience Center, Nasrec. Number 3, Masingita Plaza, Giyani. Number 4, Mangalani Convenience Center, Soweto. Number 5, Mangalani Convenience Center, Giyani. Mangalani Shopping Center, Malamulele. MotorTown in Giyani. Bara Mall in Soweto. Jabulani Mall in Soweto. Masingita Mall in Giyani. Diepsloot Mall in Diepsloot. Masingita Towers in Sandton. Protea Glen Mall in Soweto. Makhado Crossing in Venda. Wow. And also some of the garages, filling stations that he owns. It's Exel Garage in Malamulele, Shell Garage in Giyani, Sasol Garage in Alberton, BP Garage in Soweto, Shell Garage, Soweto. Actually, on this list, I see some of the things are not complete. Actually, Marble Group also, which owns Polokwane Audi and Polokwane VW. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you Dr. Mike Nkuna, a gentleman that goes by the mantra that says that Ntiro ya bola bola, which means your works will talk for you. You don't need to go around telling people about yourself. Your works should actually talk to you. Do enjoy this speech. Please do subscribe to my channel. Share this video so that you can inspire the next person. Cheers.
Still work very, very closely with the current president. course, in that the whole scene anything upon Halen, Tatana Muzana, Osi Muzana, Eleti Wendabon, Tatana Majos, Osi Majos, Avafane Vargona, Umeleli. But see, I personally wrote, a letters of invite because the host not the only person. Ni said the host 191, but the letter has signed one name, including host Basia, Nkuna Kraal, Martin. Now we the visit of Mabang, the Papa George. Bakashtelani ilani bedroom kodwa kulela khona nathi hosi wa lelingaranelwa yitatane likhulu nisheweta nabantu baNedbank yamwanina kwawo wakankulu namsheweta neri abushini inkweni. When I stand up here and I said I'm a bit emotional, I was looking back, from where I come from. And I felt that, as I was walking that journey, I ended up, meeting with, Nedbank. And at that time, when I met with Nedbank, there was a gentleman who's here within our midst. He was the head of property finance. And this gentleman, when I started conversing with him, he realized that, I had so much more vast knowledge insofar as property development is concerned. And he didn't hesitate. He said, you've got a rare skill which I've never come across, and therefore I'm going to take it to the board and the credit committee of Nedbank to see whether they approve that we end up with a partnership, and the partnership that you lead and you have the majority shareholding, and then Nedbank, because they were there to assist, they will have a minority shareholding. And it was approved along those lines. A man asking to be led by a person like myself. And that gentleman, it's Ken Reynolds. Can you stand up? Some other people, they have knowledge, but you see, they, normally, not willing to share the knowledge, and they prefer to withhold that knowledge because they want to protect the knowledge to serve themselves and their family. A gentleman like Ken, he didn't do that. Even now, he's a retired man. You have seen Jean was here representing the bank because the person who was supposed to be here, they've got another engagement in Cape Town today. So they said, Jean must come and represent the bank. And Ken felt that, he has to come and he has to be here as a pensioner. And we felt that, to leave him without utilizing his skills, it would be a bad thing. We have seen, our government, moving away people that are having skills of building this country forward and leave them to go and vote at home. And the only thing that, we are left with people that are ready to eat our money. I'm saying our money because we are paying tax. So Ken, he's now, sitting within my board, which I normally chair. And thank you very much, Ken. I felt, you deserve that. Before I can start, talking, for me, it's to, thank some other people that have made this, development, a success. A team that is led by, my two core CEOs, Kegu, she's my daughter, and Marcelo Mani. And I'll invite, the whole team of Masingita and the whole team of, ICS to come forward so that, everybody can see you, so that, I can thank you in front of everyone for the outstanding work that you have done. The other people that are, providing the services, such as, Braun, come forward so that, I can, introduce you to the community. The people from Braun, and even, some of the people that were with, Ben and Keith, and even some of the subcontractors that made it possible. I'm inviting everyone to be here. The leaders of the security and cleaning, let them join us as well. So, these are the people that I normally work with on a daily basis. Where's Tim? I don't see Tim. Is he here? I'm told he's on enemy team. So these are the people that I work with, on a daily basis. And if you look into this team, what is exciting when you look into this team? Personally, I don't know what you see, but see, I'll tell you what I see. But see, you people seated here, everyone will tell me whether what I'm seeing is true. To me, what I'm seeing, this is a rainbow nation. With different skills. Someone, who became my friend, who became a person that I mentored, David Tidiane, who comes from Black Leopard. At some stage, it's so nice to see a person like him. I'm going to say it here. He started as a cop, as a policeman, and at some stage, you can see him. He was a policeman. And at some stage, he was looking at the security of Kaiser Chiefs. And then he grown and opened, start his own business. And he ended up, having, the garages and also having, the team which is called Black Leopard. So when we have, different skills in a company, we'll be able to grow because we're coming with different talent. So all what I wanted to say to my team, I want to thank each and every one of you, but I've just called your leaders only, Marcelo, Kegu, Edward on the leasing side, Nikki were on the asset management, Timothy on the stakeholder management, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I think you must clap the hands for yourself. Thank you very much. You can move, guys. I won't spend, a lot of time. I'm just going to give you where it started. Today I'll talk about Nkuna City. Today I'll talk about Nkuna Kraal. I'll be short and I'll tell you why we're here. We're here to support the vision of my father. My father, saw something in me. At that time, I was in Johannesburg, residing in Soweto with, the Muofe family, his brother Tom and himself and our family. We were almost one family. And I started enjoying, Joburg life, and I started enjoying Soweto life. And when my father said to me, "You'll go home and reside in Kuzana," I said, this man, or he's troubling me. He thinks that, I'll live the Joburg life, which is glamorous, and come and reside in a village. And I said, I'm not going to do it. And one day he called me. He said, "You'll go and reside in Kuzana." Little did I know that, he's seeing something that I didn't see at that time. And when I was thinking about the life that I was living, and about David, we used to go around together in Yagego Tavini, it's a girlfriend. And I said, for me to go in a rural area where there's no toilet, where there's no electricity, not me. But one day, in my sleep, I dreamt. I could see my father coming to me and say, "My son, if you don't listen, you're going to miss something." And I took a decision. I came back and I built and built. I ended up building a Randavel. Because when I grown up in Malamulele, I was looking after the cattle. I was a headman. And when he died, he gave us some cattle. Some scrupulous. 3 cattle. Some scrupulous. Because you see, our country has been infiltrated by thieves, and then they stole those cattle. After they've stolen those cattle, I was so worried, and I said one day I'll work hard to bring those cattle, but this time I'll bring them in a form of asset. If you look at this Nkuna Kraal, the entrance, it resembles the head of the cattle. You'll see it as you move around. And underneath, a cattle, it has everything, the stomach. And underneath, we've got a museum, which, Uba Mafuso was saying that, he didn't want to commit. He was saying that, he's looking for people to commit and write a book about my lifestyle. But Mafuso, we have started. We have created a museum. The whole life history of where I've started and where I'm going. And the day I leave here, there will be indication of saying that, Mikondo, Yakazamuna, Michael, Mangalani, Nkuna, ifamily. Because you see, one day, so it's proper that we prepare ourselves and chant a journey which we want to be remembered with. When I started development, people used to say I'm a dreamer. I had checked the history of this country. Not even one city or town that has been built by black people. Nor the current leadership of ANC, which is the governing party. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that names mustn't be changed for political reasons, because some of the buildings were built by the state coffers. Those ones need to be changed. But you see, there are other things that it will be difficult to change. If you look at Jan Smuts, which is now OR, it was developed by Jan Smuts. If you look at Cape Town was founded by Jan van Riebeeck in 1652. I can quote many cities, and I said to myself, in my lifetime, I'll build a city which will make it difficult for the politician to change that name. We have started with this one. We are going to Soweto. We have bought a land of 160 hectares. We're doing Masingita City. This one is Nkuna City. But I'm grateful because it took so long for government to recognize that I've got a talent. A team led by our premier, who's represented by the MEC today, led the whole entourage to come and visit this place and sit with me and realize that the talent that I've got and the vision that I've got needs to be supported. So he has already set up a special committee in his area of work that will assist us. He has already invited Venda district. He has already invited Collins Shabani, a municipality, to come and work with us. And we are grateful of that. And also in Gauteng, the Premier of Gauteng, he has done the same. There's a special committee that looks at how we can implement, Masingita City, which is going to increase, the job opportunity for the people, particularly the younger generation. I'm saying, it was good for government to have realized that, there are people like myself that needs to be supported. But it mustn't be Mike Nkuna only. There are other people that are gifted in different areas. I normally give example about this gentleman called Jack Ma from China. He started Alibaba. He had a vision. He presented the vision to government. And the government realized that this man is a visionary. Alibaba today, after government has put some money, they've created so many jobs worldwide. And we deserve the same thing here in South Africa if we want to grow them. I'm not a keynote speaker. The keynote speaker is the acting premier, being MEC Tabo Mogoni. He's the one that is going to give us a keynote address. But see, I've just thanked the government and thank him. I know someone's going to thank him, but see, I want to thank each and every one of you who visited us today. And I'm saying, continue supporting us. And what we do quality. Indeed, you'll see how we have connected the road. Even though, we had problems with Sandra, we're supposed to have finished the circles. We started with the application of the entrance and exit 6 months ago. To date, they haven't approved it. If they had approved, you would be coming in here with circles, nice circles. You can see if they fail to, approve just an exit and an entrance. How are we going to create jobs? Over to you,